It is 9:04 this Wednesday morning, and we have a special talk show for you today. This one from Tennessee Flight Training and hosted by Benny Pulley. Today we're joined with guest Mary Kay Faulk, the base manager at the Shelbyville location, and Isaac Shrum, the director of operations for Tennessee Flight Training as a whole. Benny, take it away.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcast. I'm here with Mary Kay and Isaac, and we're going to talk to them about the Flight Training Academy, I guess Tennessee Flight Training Academy, and just sort of go over some of the history behind it, how long you've been in business, what you do, stuff like that. So whichever one of you would like to talk. Mary Kay, you want to start first? Or you want him, Director Rops? Director Rops.
Yeah,
you're guilty.
I'm happy to start out. Thank you so much for having us here today. Well, kind of a little bit of history. We've been in business for about 15 years now.
Okay.
We used to be Nashville Flight Training, rebranded a few years ago, but we've been in business for 15 years. Nashville, Tennessee, at B&A, Nashville International Airport. It's kind of our central main location. Then we've got 4 other locations.
Now, where are they located?
Yeah, we've got Shelbyville, Crossville, Cleveland, and Murray County, Tennessee, Mount Pleasant. So,
Mount Pleasant, okay.
Five locations. We've over those 15 years, we've served thousands of customers, probably around 4,000 customers.
Wow.
We offer we do one thing. We teach people how to fly. Somebody wants to come in, they want to learn how to fly an airplane.
Is this like for an individual that just wants to learn how to fly, or is it for like corporate flyers that's going to fly like the FedEx and the UPS flying planes and stuff? So you do it for all of them?
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. All of the above. We've got students who, are all along the spectrum of those goals. Some people just want to come in and do it more as a hobby, as a personal, recreational goal. Right. Some people come in and they want to, learn how to fly in order as a career, right? To go to one day work for the airlines or for a charter company or something like that. Really and truly, there's all sorts of goals and aspirations.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So 5 locations across the state. All of them similar in, I guess, training and stuff. All the same type of equipment.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We train pretty much on some classic training planes. So we train on Cessna 172 aircraft, so smaller 4-seater single engine airplane, about 160, 180 horsepower airplanes. We've got some other types as well, but we've kind of stuck with the classic reliable trainer planes. So and we offer all the main levels of certification and licensing, all the way up from private pilot license, instrument rating, commercial, multi-engine, all the way up to instructor certificate and beyond. So we do it all.
So you do it from ground up, basically.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
That's cool. Well, Mary Kay, tell me a little bit about you and how you got started in this.
Okay. Well, actually, I've been with the company since October of this last year. I'm actually was a nurse in my career. I was a school nurse here in Bedford County, and also a correctional nurse for 5 years. And just kind of wanted to step out and do a little career change, something different, and I'm loving it.
Well, that's good. I mean, and what about you, Isaac?
Yeah, what's funny is Chris, our owner, he called me up years ago. I got my business degree. He called me up one day and said, "Hey, do you want to grow a flight school with me? So it was a career change for me. He called me up, and I didn't know really a single thing about airplanes. I hadn't really ever been in this industry, kind of like Mary Kay, and been here going on 10 years now. So we've just seen this thing grow from its infancy stages all the way up till now. So.
I always like that when somebody can start a business basically from scratch and then build it up over the years, and it's encouraging for other businesses to see that, and y'all came to Shelbyville for a certain reason, I'm sure. Heard the flight school from MTSU is moving up here, so we're having a lot of activity. They're going to expand the airport, a lot of things going on. So to me, it's an ideal location for you, because that is what y'all are going to base at. And with the school being here, I understand it's going to be between 1,200 and 1,400 students in the flight school here. So that means those can come through too and get their commercial license and everything from y'all.
Yeah, it's a great airport, Shelbyville Municipal Airport, and then we've great staff team over there that works that airport, and they've been nothing but great to us and friendly, and there's a lot of activity, at the airport, and it's a great, obviously a great town, great city, a lot of activity going on, a lot of potential, and it's a great market.
What I like about it, it's a pretty strong knit community, that's what I like about it. So, is there? This is one of the questions people are going to ask, is there a real demand for pilots?
Oh, yeah.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press, yeah.
We have some statistics.
All right.
So there is still a real pilot shortage.
Okay.
There is a real demand for pilots right now. With one statistic for you real quick, within 4 years, 75% of the staff of American Airlines will walk through a forced retirement. So the FAA requires commercial pilots to retire at age 65.
Right.
So they're coming up huge.
75% more.
Yes, and then during COVID, 39,000 American Airline employees took an early retirement.
Wow.
So, and that's just American Airlines.
Right.
And so they're going to be kind of hard hit. And so it's kind of the same across the board for all the airlines. And so, back in World War II, the military, cranked out all these pilots. Same Vietnam, we cranked out all these pilots. Well, the military's not cranking out pilots like they used to. And one reason is because we haven't had a huge conflict. But another reason is because the military is focusing on drones.
Right.
Instead of pilots. So, back in the day where you can go to the military and, transition into a commercial pilot career, that's just not how it is nowadays. And so, we, like Isaac said, we can do it all from, call it zero to hero. Yeah. And also we've had, you had mentioned MTSU earlier, we have had several students that will come to us to get their private pilot before attending MTSU.
Yeah.
So we have in addition to the Cessna 172s, we have a Tactical Light Sport aircraft that is kind of similar to the MTSU Diamond aircraft that they use. Mm-hmm. So that is another option for people too.
Well, that's good. That's good.
And just to touch on echo everything Mary Kay said, just to touch on that pilot demand a little bit more. I mean, basically what it boils down to is we're looking at total demand for about 640,000 plus pilots over the next 20 some odd years, but until about 2042.
You'll need 30 schools to train.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's about equates to about 32,000 pilots a year. Now, I mean, those numbers seem astronomical, unreachable, but it shows that this is a great time to get into it. If there's any time to, if you're a young man or woman and you're wanting to get into this, hey, I want to make this a career, it's the time to do it.
Yeah, we have a gentleman, I don't remember his name, but he listens to our radio station, WLIJ, and he flies, I think, for one of the things, FedEx or UPS, and we'll see on our stream, Dubai will be up on the computer where somebody's listening to us in Dubai. It might be in Indonesia or something, wherever and you'll see it pop up on the thing, and you know who it is because we know it's him flying different places. So it's pretty neat that you can travel. That's what I like about it is you can travel the world, basically see it when you wouldn't normally get to.
Right.
And too many, because of the shortage and the demand, the starting income for a commercial pilot is pretty incredible. It's, 3 figures.
For sure.
These airlines are throwing, starting salaries, benefits, packages together like never before.
Yeah. And then I guess with y'all being in the flight training business for years, y'all have all the contacts. So when you do graduate one, you can put them to work.
Yeah. I mean, we've got connections with different airlines. I mean, they're calling us up. It seems every week. Hey, you got some pilots.
Yeah, I need about 3.
You got 3 or 4 ready to go. So
well, that's cool that you got the demand. So it's like if I wanted to become a pilot just for a private thing. So what is the steps I would have to go through to get my license?
Yeah, so I mean, to really boil it down, I mean, you would have to essentially obtain whatever FA level of certification or licensing, right? So, if somebody just wants to pursue a private pilot license, that's the license, the most basic pilot license that allows you to fly smaller, training airplanes like we have for fun, hobby, recreational purposes. Can't make any money with a pilot license per se, but it's for hobby purposes. But yeah, it's really just a series of walking through the FAA requirements and standards that you have to meet. There's flight requirements, there's knowledge requirements that you have to meet as well, that you have to obtain. And so once that's done, I mean, it depends. With a school like ours, the students can train at their own pace and schedule. So a lot of them have jobs or other things going on where they can, hey, I want to take 2 lessons a week. Some people want to ramp it up and every day.
So if somebody really wanted to just go ahead and get it done, get it over with, like some people really want to get it right now. I want to do it right now. From start to finish, about how many, is it 2 years? Or is it months?
For a private license, what do you think, Mary Kay? Probably if someone commits 6 to 8 months. I mean,
if you can fly 2 to 3 days a week, 6 to 8 months, you can have your private pilot.
But now if I go commercial, then I'm talking probably, a year or more?
Yeah, you're probably looking at that point, I mean, again, it all depends. If someone's dedicated, motivated, obviously a lot of variables like weather and, that sort of thing. But yeah, probably a year and a half to obtain all the,
all the necessary stuff.
Yeah. And then there's certain hour requirements, right? So, there's some variability there, but about a year and a half, I'd say.
So when y'all start them out, do you start them out on a simulator, or do you start them out in the plane with a pilot and letting them learn the hands-on type thing?
So actually your very first lesson will be in the aircraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always learned better if somebody showed me.
Yeah.
Like if a teacher showed me how to do a certain thing. Like if I'm working a math problem, she sits down, she shows me how to do it. If she shows me how to do it, I can usually do it. But it's her telling me how to do it.
Yeah.
Don't work sometimes.
Yeah. And I think the nature of our training, I mean, it's one-on-one, so it's very hands-on. Like you said, it's very much catered to the individual student. We follow a syllabus to kind of give them an outline, a big picture where this heads. But yeah, from day one we start out, and the cool thing is too, and Mary Kay can touch on this as well, we've also got access, even specifically down here, to some pretty awesome simulator technology that we use. I mean, really and truly full motion simulation that we can use. So if there's a bad weather day, we can still do some ground school, use the simulator.
I know Brandon, I noticed one day he had like a flight simulator on his computer while lunch break. He would do that. He said, I've crashed a few times. Okay. I'm not landed too good. I can get it up off the ground, I can't land. So it's sort of funny, So now, during the week, how do you teach school? In other words, how many days a week are you teaching compared to, days off?
So we fly Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
And it's, like Isaac said, one-on-one at your own pace. Most people have jobs and responsibilities.
Right.
And, so we fly, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, cool.
Or 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like, it's all day. And, if people have responsibilities during the week, they can fly on Saturdays. Yeah, we also we offer discovery flights. You can purchase a 30-minute or an hour flight. Anybody that thinks they might be interested, but they're not sure, if they've never flown in a small aircraft, it's something that they can do to go up and fly. And the aircraft are dual control. So even on a discovery flight, once you get up and get level and everything, the pilot will let you kind of
see what it
take the
like.
controls over for a little bit and see what you think about it.
I knew my wife, she had never flown before, so with this when we was younger. And my brother was trying to acquire his license for fly commercially, have people in the plane with him. But this particular time, his Air Force buddy had come up and fly us, and so I guess they talked beforehand what they were going to do. So he took us up, it was up in East Tennessee, and so we're flying over the hills and the mountains. And of course, my wife never been on one. He flies up pretty high and then he lets it fall like that. And of course, you know how your stomach goes in your mouth. And my wife didn't want to fly no more.
Lunch came up,
she just sort of made her sort of sick. I got on to my brother because I knew he had set it up, So, but anyway, it is fun. I really liked it. It was it's experience. I flew, with them. I flew on private planes, and then I flew on the big airliners. One I really liked out of all the airlines I flew was Qantas airline. It flew us to Australia, and it was first class. It was the biggest plane I believe I ever seen. I don't know what. It looked like a football field long. You couldn't hardly see the other end. It was like, and this is getting up off the ground, because it had best I remember, it had 6 seats in the middle and 3 or 4 seats on each side. And I said, I don't know how big plane this is, but I know it was heavy.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing on the thing, as you're flying in, like you're doing 700 and something miles an hour, on the thing, they would post the airspeed, and if you got the tailwind, it was like, maybe another 50 or 75 miles an hour. So you don't think about all that stuff, but it takes somebody special to fly something like that, and that's what y'all are here for. To teach them how to do that.
It takes courage. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It takes courage, man. And what we say is, you're in a special VIP club. Less than a percentage of the population does it. It's our superstar students. Even if they have other responsibilities and jobs and whatnot, it really takes dedication, an investment of time, resources to pull it off. So.
Mr. Chase, we're going to take a 1-minute break, and we will be right back.
Take off into an exciting career as a professional pilot. The airline industry is facing a pilot shortage, so now is the perfect time to learn how to fly. For over a decade, Tennessee Flight Training has launched hundreds of aviation careers. Now we're launching a brand new location in Shelbyville. Join us for an open house at Shelbyville Municipal Airport on Tuesday, May 21st from 5 to 7 p.m. Meet certified flight instructors and learn how your new career can take flight. For more information, visit tnflighttraining.com. The skies are calling.
Hometown tradition since 1959. 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ on the App Store and Google Play at WLIJ 98.7.
All right, this is Benny Pulley on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Isaac and Mary Kay, here with the Tennessee Flight Training Academy, and we're just going through some details about how to become a pilot, what you need to do, the basics. And I understand you're having an open house?
Yes, coming up Tuesday, the 21st, from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll have pilots there. People can come out and visit us, and I'll be there. The owner of the flight school will be there. Isaac will be there, as well as some of our pilots, so people can come and inquire.
You just come in the front main entrance?
Just come in the main entrance of the airport. Most people don't realize the airport is actually a public building.
Yeah.
Most people think it's off limits, but it's not.
Yeah.
So we want to introduce people to our space, and actually we can go out and look at the aircraft if they want to come out. We can do a little tour. But also, besides that, I'm there Monday through Friday. I can schedule tours with anybody or meetings with anyone.
All right, now give them your phone number so they know how to get a hold of y'all.
Okay, let me get my card because I don't know my phone number.
That's all right.
My number is 931-909-6509.
Okay.
Or you can go to tnflighttraining.com.
Okay.
And get more information there.
Now, are y'all on social media?
We are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on Facebook, Tennessee Flight Training, Instagram, Tennessee Flight Training.
Okay.
I think our handle's TN Flight Training.
TN Flight Training.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're all over the social media.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. I came out to the aviation days and come over where y'all had y'all stuff set up.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. There's a lot of. You don't think of Shelbyville being a base for training academies for flight, but when the MTSU announced their things and then y'all moved in, so to me it's showing that the community's growing. We're going to help train something that the nation needs, and that's pilots, because we're, like y'all say, we're short.
Yeah.
And it's just like, anything else, doctors, nurses, it's shortage, and they have to be trained to do something, Yeah. And that's great that y'all put it here, so there is people that can do it. Because a lot of times your smaller towns don't have nothing like that. They got to go all the way to Nashville or somewhere to get training like that. And that's great that y'all can put it here and help the community grow and help the community in general. So anything else y'all would like to talk about? We got about 7-8 more minutes. So.
Well, like I said, thank you so much for doing this. We're happy to be here and be in Shelbyville. Like you said, if anybody, even in the surrounding areas, if you ever have any questions, give us a call, check out our website, give Mary Kay a call. We can meet with you, discuss your goals on a personal level. Come to the open house, take a discovery flight, just dip your toes in, get your feet wet.
I know we was out there, Chase signed up for that D3, I think it got. DC3?
Oh, it's the DC3.
DC3, yeah. And so the day we went out there, it was real windy, so they didn't want to take it up off the ground. And a storm came up, and so I don't know. Have you ever flew yet? No, still haven't flew. All right, so we got to get him up on that.
we'll let him hop in the airplane.
There you go.
You got to be mindful.
That's something. I'm a big Civil War buff.
Yeah.
And I do research and try to find different campsites and different things, and I've done it for years. And I've always thought aerial. If I was up in a plane and could fly over the thing, I could see what I need to see to know where it would have been. And one of these days I might holler at you. I might need to get up there. But I hadn't done it. I hadn't done it in a year or two, so I want to get back into doing it. But flight, it just seems like it would be something very interesting to do. I think it would take dedication, because you just according to what you want, how you want to pursue it. It's just like anything else. You got to have dedication to it. So now, if they do go for their license, you can get most any kind of license you need from y'all by doing the training program that y'all have got.
Pretty much, we do it all. And one thing that I think we failed to mention is there's no age limit.
Okay.
So, in other words, you can start at 12, 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
You can start. Now, you can't solo. You can't be in the plane by yourself, flying the plane by yourself until you're
16 to solo.
16.
And you can actually get your pilot's license at 17.
Wow.
And currently, our oldest student is 83 years old.
Wow.
This has always been a life goal to learn how to fly, and so he's taking lessons. He's loving it. So it's open to anybody.
That's cool.
I don't know if we have time, but I will tell you really quick. If anybody wants to just go for it, they want to do it. We have a new student registration that they purchase online, and you get all your textbooks, you get a pilot bag, and your own headset to fly in the plane. And that's kind of what you do to get started. And then we just need to verify citizenship with a driver's license and a birth certificate and a little bit of paperwork, but not a whole lot involved. We can get people up in there pretty quick.
Well, that's cool, man. I tell you, I just think it would be nice if we can train enough pilots out of Shelbyville to get people, some of the airlines that need the help.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, they're losing them at a pretty fast rate. Just American Airlines alone, 75% of the force.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many pilots they got, but I guarantee there's a lot of them. For American Airlines, because I used to fly American Airlines, and everywhere I went there was 20, 30 planes parked on tarmac. I've always liked flying. It's something I like. My wife didn't care much for it. When we went to Australia, she couldn't sleep. She stayed awake, was wide awake the whole time. I slept probably it was a 23-hour flight total, from here to there, when we went. And so, I'd sleep a couple, 3 hours, wake up, watch a little TV, and go back to sleep. She said, I don't know how you could sleep if I did this plane. I said, it's a plane. It's going to go down. They'll wake us up. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. And, people think it's dangerous. It's a dangerous job, and it can be. A car's dangerous. There's more car accidents than there are plane accidents.
Well, to your point, man, and that's something we didn't touch on either. The safety and security aspect of it, flying is technically safer. Flying a car. I mean, it's we go through all the proper, perform all the proper maintenance, inspections and make sure all those are the standards. So and everything when they're hopping in our airplanes, they know it's a safe activity.
And that's what people don't realize, because you can be out on the road. I don't know how many times I drive up and down to here at Murfreesboro, and I know I do real estate over in Murfreesboro some, and I've come up that highway and been ran off the road 5 or 6 times. Because they're on the phone talking and up there.
Well, I can tell you this, man. Nashville traffic, nothing's more dangerous than that.
So ain't that the truth? Yeah, I drove that for years too. But as you're going through the training for the academy, y'all teach them how to check their planes, check the air in the tires, the gauges, everything. Make sure that they know how to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Mary Kay can speak to this too. But we start out with showing them how to do it. Like you said, it's very hands-on. Going over the checklist, the pre-flight,
right?
How to check the oil, how to make sure everything looks good. Fuel up. We got to do all that before we.
Well, used to, and when I was coming up as a kid, on cars, they had us go home and go through a checklist on our vehicles, before we got in the car to drive. So this particular day, I go home and I'm checking and on everything. And my dad's got a big ball on his tire; it's fixing to blow, and I had to tell him. And then so he got it fixed. But you don't think about stuff like it. You just hop in the car and go.
Oh yeah.
But like a pilot, they have to check the air pressure, they check the wings, they check the flaps, they check everything.
There's a pre-flight checklist. Every pilot, whether you're flying a light sport, Tech-Nam, Cessna, or a commercial aircraft, there is a pre-flight checklist.
And it's just like I used to do woodworking, I still do, but before you cut something, you got to make sure all your guards are in place. A lot of people cut without guards. It's a dangerous situation. So you got to make sure all that falls in line. And the main thing is don't get in a hurry.
Isn't it?
Like pilots do.
Isn't it cut twice, measure once?
Yeah, that's it.
well, if you don't, you're going to look down, there's going to be a digit missing.
I used to, of course, I sold equipment, so I've seen a lot of that come in, and most of it's because they get careless. And sort of like you're talking about with the safety checklist, if you don't check the checklist, you might have an accident. But if you check it, more than likely you're not. It's just like something like woodworking. You make that checklist, you make sure you're doing it right. So, well, guys, anything last comments? You want to give them the phone number one more time?
Sure. 931-909-6509. My name is Mary Kay.
And Isaac.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us. Come out and see us at the open house on Tuesday.
Yeah, and then we're going to go straight into the terminal, and then they'll tell you where to go, right?
Just come in the front door of the terminal. We're inside the terminal at the Shelbyville Airport.
Yeah, I went in there the other day. Chris was in there, and he was back there in the back. We was talking, and I seen his screen up here with all the different flights going in and out. So that's pretty neat. I like that. That's cool. But I want to thank y'all for coming. We appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being in our community, and I hope you the best of luck. And if we can ever help you, give us a holler.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Chase,
so much.
we'll turn it back to you.
98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ.
When it comes to your vehicle, you can wait until it's too late. Stay on the road worry-free with Cataldo